Alright, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Shai, Basham Harakakadash, double honors to the apostles, elders of great millstone, I surely do well. Salutation, teach and everyone at the Yakium that push this gospel out in sincerity. And it's your brother Lamar once again from Trinidad. Alright, coming to do another video to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. Hope it's edifying towards you, and probably short and quick. Alright, basically, I believe I'll entitle this Be Careful What You Do Unto Others, alright? Adultery, Be careful what you do unto an adultery, because basically, I was supposed to come over the road for the longest while to do something for my grandmother. I ain't even reached over the road yet, alright? Made a pit stop by a guy that I know, and it had a situation was going on with some fellas. They arguing over the cases. Basically, I know these fellas, and well, these fellas, they also know me in the sense of, certain things that I stand for, and a lot of them will ask certain advice. They would ask advice concerning certain things that I know according to scriptures and whatever. Alright, and basically what's going on alright, is a whole long story where woman is concerned, alright, which is a very, very touchy situation, But anyway, let me just go into some scriptures here, and let me see how the spirit will lead it also. Alright, because I just had a few scriptures in mind concerning situation here. I think it's Job 31. Let me take off these strong, alright. But case and point is, in life, alright, the scripture saying second Ezra, the Lord have likened his judgment unto a ring, right? It also say eye for eye, tooth for tooth. Basically energy that you put out, energy that will be given back to you. Also in science, every action have an equal and opposite reaction. This is certain things that you learn in science and from the Bible. So if you don't want do unto others the same that basically you'll have them do unto you. Alright, this is Job 31. Alright, Job 31 and verse 1. I made a covenant with mine eyes, why then should I think upon a maid? You understand? So Job basically saying here, when you're reading down, he made a covenant with the eyes, an agreement with the eyes not to look upon a maid, because henceforth where he going into is an adulterous act. This is why Yahweh Shai, he said basically to look upon a woman and to lust, you commit adultery in your heart, roughly paraphrasing. Alright, and when he means to look upon a woman to commit adultery in your heart, doesn't mean a woman that is not married. Alright, because a man could have a woman, he could have a wife being married, and yet look upon a virgin or a single woman of marriageable age, and lust, desire her and take her to wife, because according to the scripture, contrary to what IUIC and some other people teach, a man could have how much woman he wants. Alright, I repeat, a man could have how much woman he wants. A man does not cheat on a woman. Women is the ones that do cheating. A man does not cheat upon the woman. Now, if anybody say that basically they believe in the Bible and they go into retrospect of what the Bible say, a man does not cheat on a woman. Woman does the cheating. A man could have how much woman he wants, so long as that she does not have another man. This is what the Lord came and preached. Alright? So, I made a covenant in my eyes, why then should I think upon a maid? For what portion of God is there from above, and what inheritance of the Almighty from on high? Alright? Because what a woman was made for a man, and not man for the woman. So a man could have how much woman he wants. Now if you do a survey, the last survey that I went into, there were 7 billion people upon the face of the earth, as such they say, right? So 5 billion women to 2 billion men. Now, according to common sense, and these people actually brought out the common sense. Now, if it have 2 billion men on the earth and 5 billion women, if every man to have one woman, like 2 billion men to 2 billion women, what's going on with the other 3 billion women? What, they're supposed to turn lesbians, which is a hateful act, or go without a man, or they're supposed to wait until the other man's wife dead, which in some instances women live longer than men, still like for the noise, and then get married to that man, especially who knows if he going into that old age. Alright? It makes no sense. Now for people who does farming and stuff, right, which I learned, now if it is you want to multiply your livestock, like with especially where sheep and cattle and chicken is concerned, you will have one cock, right, and 4 hens, and this one cock will breed out the 4 hens until they multiply and multiply. Same thing with sheep and goat. You have one ram with two females or 4, whatever the case is, you understand, to bring forth multitude. You always have one male, especially a dominant species male, to breed out the females, or whatever the case is, to bring forth a dominant species. The same thing that they did with us within the breeding farms in America. Alright? The same thing that they did. So, women who, and I said this in a previous video, women who is not married and deal with a man that is married to a woman, she does not commit adultery. She is innocent. She is an innocent woman. A woman. Alright? So let me go on. Verse 3. It's not destruction to the wicked. An adulterer is a wicked person. And a strange punishment to the workers of iniquity. Doth not he see my ways and contour my steps? If I have walked with vanity, or if my foot has hasted to deceit, let me be weighed in an even balance, that God may know my integrity. Because an unjust balance is an abomination to the Most High, right? You have to be just, you have to be balanced. This is why, sometimes in videos you will hear me saying you have to be balanced. Your good can't outweigh your evil, because it's wickedness, and your evil can't outweigh your good. That is wickedness. There's a difference between good, evil, and being wicked. Wicked is an overstandard of anything. It's an off balance. Then when you really understand what is wickedness, wickedness is an off balance. Evil is still, I would say it as a speaker man, good in a kind of certain retrospect. Alright? Verse 7. If my step had turned out of the way, and my heart walked after my eyes, and if any blood had cleaved to my hands, then let me sow, and let another man eat, yea, let my offspring be rooted out. If my heart have been deceived by a woman, right, the same Hebrew word, woman, ayasha, which means a wife, alright? If my heart have been deceived by a woman, or if I have laid wait at my neighbor's door, then let my wife grind unto another, and let others bow down upon her. For this is a heinous crime, yea, it is an iniquity or a wickedness, right, to be punished by the judges. Alright, so basically, if at any point in time I have done a man this sort of wickedness, where I have laid wait by this man's door, right, when he's not around, to go in unto his wife, then let the same thing be done unto me, right? Because guess what? The world is a cycle, as we say. What goes around comes back around. What you like unto others, what you like for yourself, you do unto others. What you don't like for yourself, you don't do unto others. And this is a concept that a lot of people out here right about now, they fail to take into practice. Alright? You don't do wickedness to somebody and ain't expect the wickedness to come back and touch your mother ass. Alright? This is just life. Life is about energy. If anybody know anything about atoms, the way how in the valence shell, the way how everything turns around, the electrons, the neutrons, and the protons, and everything like that. You understand? Everything, it goes around and around and around and around. Alright? So you can't expect to do somebody something wicked and ain't expect the same wickedness to touch you. But the thing is, people quick to forget because they will do somebody something wicked, all right, and then they ain't expect it to come back onto them. You understand? Who is you that the Lord will and acquit you of your wickedness? All right. So this is what Job saying. If I commit adultery, then let the same thing be done unto me because it is a wickedness. Because people have to understand the kind of time and effort that a man put into his woman, his finances, and these kind of things. And then yet, some of these women, they themselves being treacherous. They themselves being treacherous, you know,